Hi, I'm Boria Sax. This picture shows what I look like, some of the time at least. I am going to read for you a few short sections from the chapter entitled Mermaid's Companions in my book, The Mythical Zoo. First, however, I just want to talk for a while. When I was in high school, my favorite novel was Herman Melville's Moby Dick, about life on a whaling ship in the mid-19th century. The Pequot and the captain's mad pursuit of a white whale. I sat at home reading it each afternoon, neglecting both my schoolwork and my friends. The adults advised me to skip the long passages on whales, but I read them anyway and loved them. For a while, the author even convinced me that, contrary to scientific opinion in his day and our own, the whale is actually a fish. Now, some people like to daydream about being aboard the Titanic, a fate that combines the allure of wealth with the glamour of early death. I have never felt that temptation. If, however, I was offered a chance to be aboard the Pequot and go down with Starbeck, Queequeg, and the rest of the crew, I would find it very hard to refuse. There is an old legend that a drowning man sees his whole life pass before him. I don't think that is true. Those who might be able to tell us are, of course, all dead. But perhaps what inspired the idea is the wonderful variety of life in the ocean and the way creatures there can appear to be spirits of people, places, or events. Well, I'm not going down. I'm really not. But if it adds a little interest to these excerpts, you can think of them as reports of a drowning man, of creatures encountered in his descent. And now, to my book, The Mythical Zoo. Though the surface of the earth has long been thoroughly explored, the floor of the ocean retains, at least for now, most of its ancient mystery. Mythologies anticipated modern science by having life emerge from deep waters. Tradition makes the ocean a remnant of the primeval chaos surrounding the land and its kingdoms. It impressed early people as an endlessly fertile womb from which new forms of life constantly emerged. The variety of life within the ocean is far greater than that on land. The structural similarity among most vertebrates with their arms and legs is easy to observe. Many invertebrates from the sea, from octopuses to clams to sea anemones, seem entirely unlike anything else in the entire world. Within the ocean, it is far harder to tell animals from plants or life from death. Where the water is so deep that no sun can enter, most creatures glow from within. This phenomenon, known as bioluminescence, is confined to very few forms of life on land, such as mushrooms and fireflies. But in the ocean, it is shared by jellyfish, octopuses, squids, sea stars, clams, anemones, fish, and many other animals. They carry their own light, a bit like heavenly bodies or saints. According to Hesiod's Theogony, Aphrodite, the Greek goddess of love, first emerged from the ocean when it was fertilized by sperm of the castrated god of the sky, Uranus. Aphrodite was sometimes portrayed as floating toward the shore on a scallop shell after being created from the foaming sea. Shells and vessels modeled after them were later used as baptismal fonts in Christianity, and they came to be associated with the Virgin Mary, who took over many attributes of the pagan goddesses that preceded her. The starfish, known in Latin as the Stella Maris, or Star of the Sea, takes its name from the Virgin Mary in her capacity as a guardian of mariners. In secular culture, it is a positive symbol of the richness and bounty of the sea. Just as mariners navigated by the stars, starfish are often shown pointing directions with their arms. The octopus, recent research has shown, is exceptionally intelligent, and it also shows an emotional expressiveness that is perhaps, at least from the human point of view, unique among invertebrates. Not only does it seem to express moods through changes in color, but its gestures also appear remarkably articulate. As might be expected, people have been disconcerted as well as charmed by these signs of intellect and emotion. The octopus is a common motif on jars and artifacts from Crete and other early Aegean civilizations, where its limbs are often stylized in curvilinear patterns. In Christian culture, its squirting of black ink to blind other creatures has made the octopus a symbol of the devil, while its many arms have sometimes made it stand for lechery. It is often depicted on chests of a sunken treasure as a guardian of the watery depths. Seals, thoroughly comfortable in water, are endearingly awkward on land. But folklorist David Thompson writes that no other animal, not even the hare, has such a dream-like effect on the human mind. The American poet Hart Crane refers at the end of his poem Voyages to the seal's wide spindrift gaze toward paradise. Seals observe human dwellings with apparent wonder, similar to what people living along coasts often feel for the sea, and some legends maintain that seals are the spirits of drowned men and women. According to many traditions, land animals such as cows and sheep all have an equivalent in the water, and along the coasts of Scotland, seals are considered the people of the sea. In the area around the Mediterranean, that status goes to dolphins. Dolphins are confined to water, but they follow ships at sea, often leaping into the air. There are many stories, some probably true, of dolphins rescuing people from drowning. People have long understood the upturned mouth of a dolphin as fixed in a perpetual smile. Dolphins have been particularly beloved in Greece, where they were sacred to Poseidon, god of the sea. They often drew his chariot and accompanied the Nereids and Tritons in his entourage. Pliny the Elder wrote that dolphins are not afraid of human beings as something alien, but come to meet vessels at sea and play and leap around them. They try to race ships and overtake them even when they are in full sail. Well, I haven't drowned. It's tempting to say, I'm back, but of course, I never left. There's a lot more about these and many, many other animals in my book, The Mythical Zoo. Thank you very much for listening.